Every year, thousands of educators relocate to entirely new educational ecosystems. This high-volume global mobility is a defining feature of the modern teaching profession. For hiring institutions, this creates informational asymmetry. Administrators cannot directly observe an applicant's true pedagogical competence. Relying on physical documents to bridge this gap creates vulnerability. Static papers are susceptible to fabrication, failing as a primary source of truth. Bridging this trust gap requires a specific technical solution: institutional certificate verification. This protocol functions as an active quality assurance framework. It provides a live link between a teacher's claim and the institution's internal records. To understand how this works, we can analyze the validation protocols established by the London College of Teachers, or LCT. A secure credentialing ecosystem is built on three integrated components. First, education governance; next, digital traceability; and institutional transparency. To evaluate the integrity of a teaching certificate, we must deconstruct the operational pipeline that tracks the qualification from the moment it is earned. Mapping this pipeline reveals how an institution maintains professional standards for educators working in classrooms around the world. In the global education system, a qualification is defined by the institutional infrastructure that stands behind it, ready to validate its authenticity. We can visualize this infrastructure as the verification loop, a three-stage circuit of institutional quality control. The first stage is curriculum alignment. Verification begins during the design of the program, long before a student ever receives a diploma. At LCT, the verification process is rooted in the architecture of the training itself. Specialized programs, such as TEFL or special needs education, are built to align precisely with international teaching standards. Using modern curriculum design principles, theoretical pedagogy is structured into distinct, measurable modules that allow for objective training and assessment. This structured approach to teacher education creates the foundational data that makes future verification possible. Without this initial alignment, a certificate is simply a record of time spent in a seat, rather than proof of specific professional mastery. LCT's focus on practical methodologies ensures the curriculum output matches the specific demands of international school environments. A globally recognized credential requires this direct, unbroken lineage back to academic rigor. The certificate acts as a final receipt for an educator who has successfully met these governed standards. Once the academic curriculum is completed, the focus shifts to the security of the record itself. This brings us to the second stage: digital traceability. At the moment of graduation, the institution generates a unique, traceable digital record. The data becomes the primary asset, while the physical certificate is a secondary representation. Institutions employ digital record systems designed for the permanent tracking of these individual credentials. Unlike decentralized paper filing systems, which are vulnerable to loss or tampering, centralized digital databases ensure record integrity over decades. These systems are built to interface with the protocols used by global education bodies and accreditation agencies. This digital architecture serves as the primary defense against credential fraud. Transparent documentation processes ensure that the pathway to verify these records is clearly defined and always accessible. LCT maintains these databases to provide consistency across its entire range of professional development programs. Digital traceability allows an institution to maintain sovereignty over its credentials long after the student has left the program. The system is activated when a hiring school administrator needs to confirm an applicant's background. This request enters the final stage, administrative validation. Security protocols dictate that verification must occur through official institutional channels to avoid the risks associated with third-party intermediaries. The employer provides specific identifiers, such as a unique ID number or graduation date, into the institution's official portal. The LCT administrative system then scans the digital records established during the traceability phase. The system validates the specific course completion records and curriculum alignment associated with that unique ID. This process results in a definitive confirmation or rejection of the credential's authenticity. This direct link creates a system of absolute accountability between the training college and the hiring school. LCT provides this capability through accessible portals to ensure the process remains efficient for international employers. This administrative handshake transforms a candidate's claim into an institutional guarantee. When the verification loop is complete, the entire system operates as a continuous circuit that maintains academic and professional standards. For school administrators, This infrastructure ensures that every faculty member meets the required pedagogical standards. Consistently applying these standards to every hire contributes to the long-term quality of the school's educational environment. For the educator, navigating this system is a critical step in a global career. Verified credentials allow teachers to access opportunities in international schools that require rigorous vetting. A verifiable record builds a professional identity that remains valid as it moves across borders and different school systems. These individual validations support the overall integrity of the global education governance framework. Institutions like London College of Teachers manage the lifelong data assets represented by the qualifications they issue. Understanding how to engage with this verification infrastructure is a necessary part of career planning for any international educator. The verification loop ensures that professional teacher development remains authentic and recognized throughout the global education system.